find the following.
It's like, I'm Italian. I almost said mulatto.
I mean, in the sense that I tried, but it went to hell. It was heroic.
It was heroic. Horrific. He goes, it was heroic. That was his.
I know he has so many tells. It's so funny.
Slip up in his head. He goes, it was a heroic moment. He goes, horrific. I meant horrific.
Heroic. If you notice, they did leave without paying or tipping, so I had to show them.
He goes, Yes, it's hard to come up with words. We're talking to mullet. I mean a muffalette. Eggplant. Nightshade. Charcoal. No, charcoal's in my barbecue.
It's anybody with a brain can see he's doing a terrible job right now. I have
no idea why he even why he agreed to this. Like, dude, people have honestly forgot, kind of. He could have just easily gone on and been a normal.
18 years.
What is he promoting?
His book, his memoir.
Entrances
and Exits.
Yeah.
Which is a Shakespeare reference.
Okay. Right. So he could have just done that and not even brought this up at all.
In the book, he would have had to talk about it.
Well, of course, it's somewhere in the book. It's a chapter.
But if you're going to sit down with a bunch of...
It's a big chapter, I'm sure.
It's the shortest chapter. And it's just, I had a really good day. Next.
Oh, God. Something from this, don't you?
Oh, indeed.
Indeed.
Do you still have that rage in you that you had that night?
Anger is still around. It
God, look at Whoopi Goldberg.
The color of my fur. I went personal, and then I started seeing it collectively and the rage behind the wars, and I'm there in a club making war on my fellow man.
Oh my God.
Making war on my fellow man.
Oh, man. I would have loved if he came out and he was like, Wakanda forever. Giddy up. He hops on the back of Whoopi and goes, Giddy up.
Giddy up. I've been reading Malcolm X, Jerry.
He just walks out, he jumps on Whoopi's back and goes, a Clydesdale.
Yeah, feeding her a sugar cube. Shh. It's okay.
Jerry, I'm doing The View.
He's only... if I was doing this, first of all, I'd be I would be begging them at this point. I'd be like, I'm like, we're not live, right? I'm like, don't hear this. Please.
Right.
Or just let me come out again and do this. Yeah. I said it was a heroic night.
They're like, we're airing it, and you go, I'll do something really bad if you air this. The blood's on your hands, whatever I do to people.
Because his PR person is like, you did a great job. You did... Other than saying it was a heroic night on accident at one point.
His PR guy's behind the camera spinning the top off of a flask and drinking it. Spinning the top so hard it flies on the ground.
Comedy's not pretty sometimes.
Yeah, well, it can go into tragedy. Yeah.
Well, in addition to heavy moments, you also write out some of the highs of your life, and obviously 9 seasons on Seinfeld as the.
And he goes, if I could talk some more about the N-word a little bit.
He goes, he has 9 seasons on Seinfeld. 9!
Let's see if Whoopi starts talking. I don't know if Whoopi brings it up again.
Not get away from this.
But what a compliment to his favorite memory. When you think of that whole 9 seasons, that whole that year.
Yeah, so
he's about to tell Whoopi he loved her on the Seahawks.
I think they should have given you the ball on that 1 yard line.
What a great Super Bowl run, Whoopi.
You would have won it if they just gave you the ball, Whoopi.
It's an honor to talk to the great Richard Sherman.
Yeah. He, midway through the interview, he goes, Whoopi, by the way, I brought a gift, and then he slides Skittles across the table at her.
Whoopi, you love Applebee's, right? What's that guy's name?
He goes, by the way, Whoopi, I'm really sorry about Red Lobster going bankrupt.
Who was the football player that loved Applebee's? I was trying to remember his name.
The running back, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, he goes, Marshawn Lynch, who I hate saying that last name. I'm so sorry.
But we can all see Whoopi is going into beast mode.
He thinks Whoopi's a running back in the NFL.
Much like
Whoopi, what was Pete Carroll thinking when he didn't give you the ball at the goal line?
Much like Russell Wilson, I really dropped the ball when I screamed the N-word.
We still recording? Yeah, okay, good.
Whoopi, the way you stiff-armed that free safety, in the same way I stiff-armed dignity and respect for my fellow black man.
So clearly the segment is going the way they wanted it to go. Whoopi's bringing in the racist stuff. Halfway through, the white lady brings up, but you had an amazing career on Seinfeld. You had 9 seasons.
Yeah.
You had 9 seasons and blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to come back.
It's going to come back.
Whoopi's taking us out, so I want to see if she...
Whoopi's been waiting.
You think she douses him with kerosene?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, like this is like Home Alone 2.
Yeah. Michael, it's time for your final penance before the nation. And then he climbs in a big wicker man statue and they burn him to death.
Let's see the last minute here, how they exit this disaster.
It is really good to see you after all these years.
They need the black woman saying that, obviously.
You know, sometimes we walk and we step and stuff, and it happens, and it happens, and it happens to all of us. And
Glass
so
houses.
You took yourself away and did a
Well,
lot
didn't
of work
Whoopi
on
like
yourself,
not long
and-
ago say like that like the Holocaust wasn't
Yeah.
like a thing or something?
Yeah. She got caught in the whole the Jews versus black things of 2021.
Right. Yeah. She got Irving.
She was like, I was talking to Deshaun Jackson the other day. And he made some good points about those ships.
I was on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and I.
Joy Behar tried to put a bit in my mouth the other day, like a horse.
Welcome back. That's what I want to say.
Welcome back. He just did the heart. He did the fucking chest heart thing.
Mr. Fezziwig and I played Mrs. Fezziwig. And yes, we did. On stage in Christmas Carol. Oh. A long time. But it's really good to see you.
He leads it, he goes, and I was, during that play, I was scared of some different spooks, am I right? I'm sorry.
Entrances and exits is available now, and I recommend it to you all. And I also recommend it in Audible because he's reading it. And there's something to be said.
He's reading it.
So, do yourself a favor. Grab this book.
Yeah. He's doing
Damn.
He's doing the audio recording, and they go, now, Michael, you have a cough button for a reason. Make sure to use that.
Man.
Wow.
That was great,
That
right?
was brutal.
That ruled.
That was so much worse than if they asked him, like, what happened? He goes, I just hate black people, and I think they go to hell when they die.
Ben,
that would be better.
What is the general consensus like in the comments? Like, what are the comments saying?
This didn't even get that many views, man. You think it would do a number, but Michael Richards' 15 minutes is up.
I love this whole narrative. Michael Richards' biggest problem is that he's not a stand-up comedian. He's a comedic actor. They're two completely different skill sets. He just wasn't very funny at the comedy club, but give him a character to play and he's hysterical. It is funny that they're like, yeah, he was just fucking, he was green. Like he was.
They say you need 10 years before you stop saying the N-word.
This seems early in the stand-up.
It's so funny to be like, Michael Richards, he's wet behind the ears. That's why he's saying
much
it.
like these Mexicans coming into the country.
I remember the whole narrative afterwards was like, he was on a lot of coke and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but does that make people just do that? I honestly, I don't. I give him a pass. It's been a long time, and he's like repented a lot. And what he did on Curb was a great way to.
Are you
handle
reading
it.
that one, Ben?
Yeah, that's actually very funny and true. This guy
That
says,
is
never
true.
seen anyone from The View forgive anyone before. Remember when Norm went on to apologize for
Right.
saying retard?
Yeah.
For saying it was retarded that he said the word retard? Because remember, he had to apologize twice.
He had to apologize for also
'Cause he
defending
went on
Louis and stuff, and he was popping Xanax the whole interview.
Well, I think he went, if I remember correctly, Norm went on Stern and apologized for saying retarded. And he goes, to use a word like that, you have to have like Down syndrome or something. And then he got even more trouble for that. And then he had to go on The View and apologize for his apology for saying he'd have to have Down syndrome to say retarded.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
And they
got
crucified
They got
him on the
very
show.
mad at him. Barbara Walters hated him.
I think he was popping Xanax. Did you see him kept reaching under the table in that interview? He was popping.
He was kind of nervous and shifting. Yeah.
He loves Xanax.
Barbara Walters is a piece of shit.
Yeah. She was probably hot back in the day, though. Everyone just
she's
says
not.
that because they don't want to
She
fuck her
wasn't.
now.
She wasn't.
She
They had-
wasn't.
They had a
I've
name,
looked.
Barbara Wawa, but it was like not. Ooh.
I looked her up. I typed in Barbara Walters
She was
young
not
once, and she
attractive.
was not that attractive. No, she kind of looked like a fucking Mexican street dog in a big wig. She looked awful.
Dude, this is you want to put like tahini on her and put a popsicle stick up her ass.
Yeah, I want.
Roll her around in a bit of tahini.
Yeah, I want to cook her over a campfire like I'm a cowboy that caught a prairie